What's going on, everybody? It is Jacob here, back with another video. I know you guys aren't usually used to seeing me sitting here talking to you like this, but we're doing a different type of video today. For those of you that are used to my drum cams and bass cams, kind of live from service type videos, and also my covers, this is going to be a little different. To set the stage, what I'm going to be doing today is breaking down a flow, spontaneous moment that happened in a recent large group. By recent, I mean last May, our spring quarter of the school year at Cal Poly. And at Crew, we had a special spontaneous moment at one of our large groups where we felt as a band that the Spirit was leading us to continue in the song that we were playing, which was Rain Above It All. I tried my best to get the MD mic feed from that set. Ian Hopkins was playing bass and was our MD, but I couldn't do that, so I'll do my best to walk you through what he was saying in our ears and also how I was responding in my own talkback mic in the drum cage. So the first half of this video is pretty straightforward. I'm just playing the parts as they're recorded on the album, Rain Above It All, and I'll drop us in verse 2, and then when we break it down at the end, the chorus 1, chorus 2 breakdown, that's when we start flowing. I'll come back and we'll kind of dive into my thought process there.
There is no higher name, Jesus, you reign above it all. And on the cross the work was finished. God, you poured out your life just to give us new life. Now from the lips of the forgiven, hear an anthem arise, 'cause Jesus, you're alive. Oh, you reign above it all, you reign above it all, over the universe and over every heart. There is no higher name, Jesus, you reign above it all. So let all of heaven and the earth erupt in song and sing hallelujah to the everlasting one. There is no higher name, Jesus, you reign above it all. Yes, you reign above it You sent the darkness running out of an empty grave, now seated alone in glory, enthroned on the highest praise. 'Cause you sent the darkness running out of an empty grave, now seated alone in glory, enthroned on the highest praise. Come on, sing. 'Cause you sent the darkness running, oh, out of an empty grave, now seated alone in glory, enthroned on the highest praise. 'Cause you sent the darkness running, oh, out of an empty grave, now seated alone in glory, enthroned on the highest praise. 'Cause you sent the darkness running, oh, out of an empty grave,
come out of the instrumental, we're now going into that down chorus section. Chorus 1 and chorus 2 technically is how it is. And on the recording, at this point, the recording ends and that's the end of the song. But what I picked up is our worship leader, Alan, who is doing a great job leading this song, by the way. He goes and gives one of these hand signals. So this is kind of universally known as, this signal is, hey, we're going to do that again. We're going to repeat whatever we just did. And you can see me lean over to my mic. I'm not exactly sure what I said, but I don't think all the band members saw that. I mean, we got a lot of backline instruments, and sometimes people are looking down at their instruments or their charts or whatever, and they maybe didn't catch that off rip. So, hey, I'm going over to the mic because I saw that. I'm like, hey, Alan wants to flow. Let's do that again. So we drop it down there. And another note I wanted to add is drummers, I know it can be really easy to like get into what you're doing and focusing on your parts, but especially in like moments when you're not playing, like I've learned this too. It's totally okay to just like worship. Like that's the reason we're here doing this anyway, right? You can't let what you're doing as a drummer distract from your worship experience and your own encounter with the Lord. And I've been developing and, being more comfortable with being more expressive in worship, even as a drummer myself. And so for me, raising hands is the easiest way to do that. And, I'm getting my spiritual food that way in addition to serving. So I just wanted to add that little sidebar as we go into that down chorus section. And then, I'm going to talk into the mic. I'm going to say, hey, Alan wants to do that again. Let's do it again. And we're just going to keep repeating the chorus from there. And then I'll talk about dynamics.
You reign above it all, you reign above it all, over the universe and over every heart. There is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all. So let all of heaven and the earth erupt its song and sing hallelujah to the everlasting one. There is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all. Let's sing that one more time. Just our voices. Yes, you reign above it all. You reign above it all. Yes, you do, Lord. Over the universe and over every heart. There is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all. So let all of heaven and the earth erupt in song and sing hallelujah to the everlasting one. There is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all.
A lot just happened there, so let me break it down. We came out of the down chorus, and Alan wanted just voices, so at this point, everyone's out except just the pad, and I even considered cutting pad there, and that was Ian's decision since he was running tracks, but I think that was okay because it at least gave that baseline for us to build off of, right? Like if you cut the pad, it's hard to bring it back in and then bring in everybody else on top of that. I think at this point we're getting the feeling that we're going to build back up anyway. So on the second chorus, you can see I reached for the mallets originally because I thought we were going to just wash out and that was going to be the end of it, but it looked like Alan wanted to keep going again and build the energy. So I switch over to the sticks real quickly and start keeping time on the ride. That way I give the worship leader and the MD an opportunity to choose, right? They can choose whether do we want to keep it here, do we want to break down and end the song, or do we want to build some more? And so when I'm on the sticks, that makes it a lot easier to do. I was also going to say, this was really funny. After the set, Alan told me that the reason why we kept looping the chorus is because he wanted to do the bridge, but he didn't know the hand signal for bridge. He just did chorus, which is just a C. Everybody kind of knows that one. And so we ended up doing the chorus, and it ended up working, right? And then we're going to go into this vamp section here, which is not even on the chord chart, but it's basically just the chorus chords, and Alan's just doing some ad-libbing over it. Like, we're not doing any lyrics or anything. He's just doing some ad-libbing as we start to bring in the time there, start to bring up the energy a little bit, and continue the spontaneous moment.
Over the universe and over
was a big build in a very short amount of time. And I think all things considered, with just a click going, no tracks, the band executed that pretty well. I know that, of course, as a drummer, and drummers everywhere, bass players everywhere, this starts with you in terms of bringing the dynamics, because naturally people are going to follow the drummer, and rhythmically people are going to follow the bass player in terms of the vibe that you're bringing. So I really have to think on the fly and figure out, okay, how am I going to drive this to the next section, and also think with the end in mind. Is at this point I'm like, okay, we know we're going to go big at some point. It's just a matter of when, not a matter of if. So I'm making my fills very obvious. People know exactly where we're going, because I'm starting that fill instead of like on a beat 3 or 4. I'm starting it like towards the beginning of the measure, like beat 2 or beat 2 and stuff like that. And that break there on beat 4, right before I believe it was chorus 2, there's a build. That was not planned at all. Nobody called that over the mic. I just get a build call from Ian over the MD mic, and that's when I know, okay, we're going to keep going, so I need to make this obvious that there's a build here, just in case he doesn't call it. And the band did a great job of following what I did in that moment as well. I think I could have done some things better, but for the most part, this part that I played served the song well. And so we get up to chorus 1, chorus 2. At that point, it's easy, right? We know that we're up. It's just a full groove. Everybody's in. And then at that point, we're just waiting for Ian to bring us down, which he does at the end of chorus 2. And that's kind of the end of that. But that's that flow moment right there. So let's let the rest of the song play out from here.
You ain't above it all, you ain't above it all. Over the universe, over every heart, there is no higher name. Jesus, you ain't above it all. So let all the heaven and the earth erupt in song. Oh, sing hallelujah to the everlasting one. There is no higher name. Jesus, you reign above it all. Yes, you do, Lord.
That's the end of Reign Above It All with our spontaneous flow moment. And time-wise, I know that when you're up there in the middle of these moments, it can feel like an eternity, but in terms of actual time, that was only 2 or 3 extra minutes onto, I think it was 4 or 5 minutes, the actual song with the original arrangement and flow and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to end with a few tips. As you can see in the videos, a lot of times my eyes are up and looking outside of the drum cage, not just on the drum set. And I'm looking at 2 people. Number 1, I'm looking at the worship leader, who's Alan in this case. I want to see what hand signals he's giving and what kind of body language he's exhibiting while he's singing, to see kind of where we're going. And the other person I'm looking at is the MD. So in this case, Ian, he's to my direct right as the bass player. And to kind of see what he's doing, I believe there were some nods in there, some of these. I think Alan gave a build signal. So that's like you can either do just up. I've seen people do this as well, or even just an open hand. Everyone kind of knows that universally. And so as a band, knowing those hand signals comes in really handy when you're in a flow moment like this. And the worship leader's singing. It's not like he can communicate really, I guess, without the hand signal. So that's why we have those there. And it's also good to use those vocal cues like, hey, let's sing that one more time, or here we go, something like that, right? And then from there, the MD can take that and translate it into more digestible terms and in a shorter amount of time, so that we can respond accordingly before that next section comes up. So I hope this was helpful. Drummers, if you have any questions, MDs, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me in the comment section below. My contact info is also in the channel banner, the little info section. And if you'd want to see more of these videos, I'd be more than happy to hop on here again and do something like this. But I hope you guys got something out of this, that this serves as a resource for drummers, musicians, worship leaders, music directors everywhere. Looking forward to another great year here at Crew Cal Poly. It'll be my 3rd year on the worship team and 2nd year in a leadership role. So I'm really excited for how God's going to move and continue to, His Spirit's going to continue to bring these worship moments out of us, where it's just pure, unadulterated worship, bringing people to the throne room of the King. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.